Good morning. This is Mrs. Benlin reporting to you again. It is Tuesday, April 28th, and today's assignment is to write in your online journal, Coronavirus Contemplations. There have been a lot of comments and questions and so forth about this, so I want you to take a look at this. This should look familiar. It's our Flowers for Algernon script. This is a diary, this is a journal. The Diary of Anne Frank I don't have with me at home, but it's the same idea. We've read a couple of these this year, and when you look at those, you'll notice in Anne's diary, she talks about the war a little bit. She talks about her nightmares and the green police and being scared about getting caught. But she also talks about everyday things, and she talks about doing her homework, and she talks about her parents being annoying, and she doesn't just discuss her feelings, but she actually discusses what's happening in her life. It's just a chronicle or record of what's happening in her life day to day while she's in the annex. In Flowers for Algernon, it's the same thing. Charlie talks about the tests, and he talks about the surgery. He talks about his life too. He talks about what happens when he goes to work, and he talks about Miss Kinnian, and he talks about all sorts of personal things that maybe don't have to do with the surgery. So kind of keep both of those in mind when you're doing your own journal, that you don't need to constantly talk about this quarantine and COVID-19 and what's happening. I mean, of course you can talk about that if you want, but tell me what you're doing. Tell me what's happening. It's just a place to record your stuff. Again, I've been doing it as well. At least once a week I write in there, sometimes more. And so use mine as an example if you're kind of stumped, and read and see what I'm saying so you can get some ideas as well. The other thing I want to talk about with your journal, the second thing I want to talk about, is length. Some of you are really taking this seriously and doing awesome, and you're being honest and you're being thorough, and you're talking randomly about all sorts of different things, which is totally fine. It's perfect. That's what I do as well. And some of you are just typing something really quickly, maybe in 2 minutes, and it's like a sentence. Remember, it's 20 minutes, so set the timer. I expect that it should be about a half a page if you're writing for 20 minutes. If you don't know what to write, just write write what's in front of you. Write what you had for breakfast. Write what you watched on Netflix. Write about a conversation you had with somebody in your house. Anything at all, but it needs to be substantial. If you're turning in, starting this week, if you're turning in a sentence or 2 sentences or something like this big, I'm probably not going to count it. I'm probably going to count it as incomplete because you didn't actually complete the 20 minutes. So let's really try to work on that. This is going to help you in multiple ways. It's going to help you with writing on the spot, which is a skill you're going to need in life. It's going to help you just to kind of get some things down on paper and get past that writer's block. And then the third and final thing I want to talk about is timeliness. I've had a couple of people who haven't really done their journal, and now suddenly they're doing weeks worth of journal entries. That's not going to work, because this is what you're thinking and what you're doing right then and there. So you can't go back and tell me a week ago what you were thinking. You probably don't remember exactly. So it's not about, oh, let me get caught up to get my missing work done. Remember what I said in yesterday's video? When we start a new week, we start a new week. We're not looking back. So if you missed something from a previous week, just move on. Don't worry about your grade. It'll catch up. Just move on and continue with just that week. So I hope this helps. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. This ends my report. Until tomorrow, have a great day.